Greetings from Lakewood, Ohio. Today is Wednesday, October 12th, 2022. It is 6:03 p.m. You can still hear the church bells at St. James Church, which is about a block that way. We are at the corner of Detroit Avenue and Spring Garden Avenue. Can't see the sign, but it does say Spring Garden. And even though we're on Detroit, we are going to be going that way, down Spring Garden toward Madison Avenue, because I've never covered a full-length video down Madison, and there's always quite a bit of nice things to see down there, so I figured, why don't I try to do that today. Hopefully I can get most of this in before the sun sets and before a possible thunderstorm happens, because I looked at the forecast and possible rain is expected at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. tonight. But right now the weather is very nice, 70 degrees, a little breezy. One of the bonuses while we're doing this little walk, and I picked Spring Garden in particular, is because in the past they have some nice Halloween decorations. I didn't do a video of it, but I walked down Cannon Avenue just a little bit ago and took some pictures, because they always decorate nicely. And here's a very nice display as well. I know this place has done decorations like this in the past. The witch brewing the pot. That's pretty creative. You've got the pumpkin like torn in half. You see what I'm talking about? Where you got the head and then like it's the lower part of it's down there with all the guts strung out. And then the boarded up windows, a nice touch. The pumpkin skeleton heads, the headless horseman. Look at that, it's like a mutant human gourd vine. I don't know what to call it, but this is a nice, very unique display. I wonder if this is the same cat that I saw earlier by Cannon Avenue. If so, it's made its way a couple blocks. I've heard before that Cannon, or last year when I talked to the main person who started the Cannon Avenue Halloween decorations, he said that on Halloween they get tons and tons of trick-or-treaters on the entire street. I did a video of it last year, I believe the morning of Halloween, and that same person was telling me that he puts up, and I believe a lot of the neighbors do as well, they put up their they have some decorations up now, but the rest of the decorations they wait until like the day before or the day of Halloween, because otherwise you don't want to keep like resetting various decorations that are blowing away in the wind. Nice plants on the street. Sorry, not plants on the steps leading up to the front porch, how they had the pumpkin vases with the plants in them. Alright, I'm going to try to walk a tad faster until I see some decorations. I didn't see it, and I thought it was this street, but in the past there was one house that would hang like creepy, when I say creepy, I mean that's a good thing in the spirit of Halloween, but like creepy dolls from the tree. But I didn't see it. I thought it was down that way in the past. Yeah, so. But remember, this was just a brief Halloween walk down side street. The main part of this video is coming up shortly once we reach Madison. There's an example of the wind taking down a live tree. Well, inflatable live tree. Some fun displays. Still got Chief Wahoo too. Yeah, if you're watching this video, feel free to comment afterward if you have some memories of Madison Avenue. I always enjoy reading about that. I know I posted a couple weeks ago a bike ride video going from Lorraine Avenue and West Boulevard all the way out to Cam's Corner. And I know there was at least one person who commented that it was the neighborhood they grew up in, so it brought back a lot of memories for them. I actually went to Spin Cycle on Madison Avenue this past Sunday, right after the Browns game ended. They closed at 5 o'clock p.m., but the Browns game ended. It was like 4:15, and I knew I could bike ride out there because I had to pick up some new rim tape for some rims on one of the bicycles that we have. And while I was riding, there were quite a few places on Madison that I was thinking to myself, like, wow, I don't remember this restaurant, or I don't remember this looking like that. Yeah, a little surprised there weren't a few more decorated houses on the street. Like I said, one of the reasons I specifically walked down Spring Garden to start was because the past 2 or 3 years or so, I've cut down this street often when I'm riding my bike to get from Madison to Detroit. And while I've cut down in the past, I've made note of like, oh, look at these cool, there were like 4 or 5 houses that had a very unique theme to them. Only one of them seemed to be up this year, although it is still early, I guess, October 12th. When you have a 70-degree weather day, or so, we've actually been lucky and had several of them over the past 2 to 3 weeks. I kind of think that would have been the days that people would try to set up their decorations if they were going to. You can probably hear that wind blowing a bit. Alright, but here we go, coming up on Madison Avenue. Now we're not starting at the very, very edge of Madison, like it's the final stop. But I should be able to pan my camera to the right, and I believe that should be Rocky River Drive over there. Yep, so right down there, actually it's not Rocky River Drive, it's Riverside Drive. Riverside is there, so that is where Madison Avenue ends. We're pretty much starting at the beginning or end, which way you're going. You see the 25 bus goes down Madison. Now I see that this is where Madison Eye Care in Lakewood is located. I went to Madison Eye Care in Bay Village, I want to say it was like 3 or 4 years ago when I got my current glasses that I'm wearing. And that was the first time I had been to one of their branches. And then I just did a routine checkup last week, and I went to the Westlake location instead. Even though the Lakewood one's closest to me, anytime I look on the online booking system, the earliest appointments seem to be at the ones that are further away, so that's why I just take those appointments. There's Gold Dust Studio. That appears to be more like a salon though. I'm less familiar with the places that are down this side of Madison, because usually when we get to the connection of Hilliard and Madison, that's where I get more familiar with things. I see over here they've got like a scarecrow, the Magic Mental Health School Bus. That's pretty fun. In the Halloween spirit. You know what I wonder? My guess is going to be no, maybe that was just a one-off there, but for the past like 9 years, I don't know how to pronounce it, something like Kiwani's does a Scarecrow Festival in Lakewood, and it's down Madison Avenue. Like mostly the businesses participate in it. And I know they did it last year because I saw an article online about it. But when I Google searched it this year, I saw no reference at all to there being a Scarecrow Festival in 2022. So that made me think, oh, maybe they're not doing it this year. So we'll see if any more pop up. Right here used to be a spot where buses would turn around, and I don't know if they actually laid over there, but it was like a pit stop for the 25 bus. I think now it just goes right by. You got Mike's Barber Shop right here on the left. Artist Uncorked. This is the type of day where we're turning some of the leaves. We've got everything computers here. Oh, you know what I missed because I was walking by Artist Uncorked? They have a nice The Witch's Return artwork. You know what, besides just showing The Witch's Return artwork, they've got some nice paintings on canvases in the window. I especially like this one. It reminds me of Starry Night, but with the scary moon and Winnie the Pooh inside of a pumpkin. All the cats on the fence. I see a few more possible paintings over here. Yeah. And this used to be one of my favorite things about walking or bike riding down Madison, is that you could just look down the windows and enjoy like the window walk the whole way there. I did cover it briefly when I did my very first ever live stream on the Poco Traveler channel. It was before Christmas in 2020. No, 2000, was it 2020? Yeah, I think it was. As we come up on Mullins, it's a bar. Beartooth Tattoo, David Short's Photography. We got a mural here of a Madison 216 bus. Never seen this mural before, so I love when I am discovering new things as well. Yeah, my very first live stream was in Lakewood, showing off some of the Christmas decorations in Lakewood, and I started on Detroit and Warren Road, kind of went down several of the side streets and eventually went up near that Hilliard and Madison area. There's Gingham Market. Now, one of the bad things is you got to kind of, once you get to this spot, pick and choose which side of the street do you want to cover. I think I'm going to go, well, they're doing some construction down there, so I will stay on this side for now. Over across the way, there's something that says All Glass Aquarium. All Glass Aquarium, it's Pet's General Store. And they have some Halloween decorations in the window there. I feel dumb because I can't read the cursive. Like, it looks like Bruella's. Maybe it is it, Bruella's. But they like the Halloween theme on it, the witch's broom, the spider. This reminds me of like how my homemade Halloween decorations would be if I rigged it up when I was a kid. Now, when you see places like this, I always wonder, is it just like they're decorating for the spirit of the season? Or do they sell actual Halloween merchandise inside too? Look at that right there. It's kind of, doesn't it seem kind of weird how you have like two houses after the convenient mart and then a very small blushing beauty salon just by itself, and then a fence followed by a school as we approach Wager. That's Harding Middle School on the right, and then this is Lakewood Hardware. People can definitely use some rakes at this time of year, right? Rake up all the leaves. I guess this storefront is also owned by Lakewood Hardware. Maybe that's more of a storage facility. And then another salon, Cut and Loose Salon. No shortage of salons. Not sure what the LMC is. learn, create, perform, some type of music studio. Virtual lessons, traditional lessons, instrument repair. Behind this school there is a softball diamond that I used to see softball games being played at quite frequently. I think I saw my old elementary gym school teacher there once, if I'm not mistaken. There's another salon, Foxy Salon. So this is the corner of Madison and Woodward. There's a Cleveland Clinic location of some kind on the right there. And then I actually want to, probably should have crossed over earlier, was to say I want to be on that side of the street. I'm considering walking up the hill to Hilliard because it's this kind of this small triangle. And then once the triangle goes that way, you resume on Madison. Like Madison continues down this way, but Hilliard initially is south of Madison, but then once it crosses it, it becomes north of Madison. And then Hilliard, once you reach Warren Road, turns into Franklin Avenue. Most of the streets, meaning Madison, Franklin, and Detroit, do have bike lanes marked off in the street. They're not protected bike lanes, but I usually feel like Franklin, even though there's still a decent amount of traffic on it, Franklin seems to have less traffic, and I feel like I can go at a quicker pace on that street without having to constantly turn my head and wait for traffic lights. There's, well, it used to be called Gethsemane. No, was it Gethsemane? No, Faith Lutheran. That used to be called Faith Lutheran Church. Now it is Parkside Church, Westside. I think they must have changed the name of that like 3 different times. There's different red doors on them. I remember the doors used to be a different color. I noticed on the back of that thing there it says Lakewood Ranger, so I wonder if that field is the home of the Lakewood High School softball team. I know there's a baseball field at Lakewood High School, so this must be where their softball location is. So briefly we're on Hilliard now, but you can see the sign, the green sign in front of us says Madison Avenue 500 feet ahead. One of the reasons I crossed where I did is I don't like this intersection where Madison meets Hilliard. It's like a 5-way intersection, and when the traffic lights change for the crosswalk, like vehicles also get the green light to turn. So I've just never liked that. I know if I come up this way though, there's you basically negate that whole intersection. There's a very short path that you have to cross. There's Italian Creations there on the left. I don't know if they actually take customers to dine in, but I know they do catering for Italian food. And they had torn down some building over here many years ago, but I don't have any recollection of what building used to be there. My Foxy Salon must be popular, and this seems to be in my recollection, a brand new location, because I don't remember this being a Foxy Salon. If you remember, we had just seen one, I swear, on Madison like a block or two earlier. Maybe this location is going to be their new location, because it doesn't look like it's quite finished. Yeah, that's what I'm going to guess. They're probably moving locations. They got a nice big skeleton to celebrate. I read an article about how that was, because I started seeing those skeletons pop up everywhere. That was a big craze, where Home Depot and Lowe's started selling those at a cheaper price than the specialty stores used to have them at. Still expensive, like $300, but I guess they used to be way pricier than that. Wager Park is across the street. They did renovate that whole park several years ago, and there's a half-court basketball court over there. I know for a while, like, I want to say it was, see, this is what I'm talking about, very short intersection I have to cross instead of crossing these areas. But here is New Moon. Yeah, like I said, it's too bad these stores aren't open during the evening time, but New Moon always has like witch-like decorations. It even says they're a witch store and more. I do see something there that says temporarily closed for construction and cleanup until further notice. Yeah, so unfortunately can't get a good glimpse of New Moon. Custom picture framing, big jack-o'-lantern. The Emerald Room. I think that's a salon as well. The Blue Cafe. I don't remember the Blue Cafe in the past. And there's a sign there that says open mic night on Fridays. This is new to me too. Madison West Lakewood Dental Associates, Lakewood Chiropractor Clinic. I swear it hasn't been that long since I've been by here. But like even the whole facade looks newly painted and done up. Beacon Architectural Design. The Nightmare Before Christmas, right? Over there it says it's a dance studio, ballet, tap, jazz, and acrobatics. You know what's funny? Because I just had a physical for work the other day, and I was thinking back to the very first time I ever had a physical was back in 2007, I want to say. Or no, maybe it was like 2003 or 4. And I needed it for a sports physical for playing on my high school baseball team. And that used to be a medical place of some kind, because I know I went there for my physical. Okay, so right up here, I want to say this next intersection is where I usually think the busiest part of Madison begins. Oh, before I get there, here's Tomari's Pizza and Subs. Also a new place that I don't recognize. Best pizza place in Lakewood, says everybody. Diamond Nails. There's a tavern here. Jameson Patio Tavern, Irish Whiskey. Here's $2 Food and Spirit at the corner of Lakeland and Madison. There's at least to me, a new mural outside of Barrio in Lakewood. So this is where the Barrio location is in Lakewood. Dedicated to Olivia Lutz. Be strong, be smart, be yourself, you are beautiful. Across the street, there's Carol Lynn's Salon Plus. I believe on the other side of the street, maybe on the next block, there's a bakery. We're coming up on Arthur and Madison. Some fun jack-o'-lantern witch combinations. Those almost look like the buckets that you would use to carry candy in, and they put a witch hat and veil over it and the light inside. I think in past years they also had kind of like a beer keg thing that would stand up here, although maybe that's for the Christmas season that I'm thinking of. Across the street there's Mars Cafe. And one of the things you'll notice too, again, impacted by the pandemic, is a lot of these places have outdoor dining with them. Carabelle Beauty Salon. This one is off the street. They have some Halloween signage. Here's Custom Cake. Lala Custom Cake, to be specific. Bear Soul Studio. I swear there's a ridiculous amount of like new places that I wasn't aware of. Okay, we've got a couple of apartments here, so I'm going to cross over quickly to check out this side of the street. I'm going to back up slightly because I noticed one of these storefronts had kind of a Halloween theme to it. What does that say? Gall Accountants? I don't know if that's what this is for. I think this is more the bookstore. So over there it says the bookshop in Lakewood. So they have a Halloween display up. The nice thing about this is you could like keep the arrangement of like the book theme, but change up based on the season. Like you could repurpose this for Christmas. Fierce Confectioners Gourmet Brownies and Sweets, 8th Lakewood birthday on October 1st. So that sign is outdated, but Fierce Confectioner is the, oh look at this, this is a cute decoration. I mean, you have a statue of a cat, but like the little stairs. Imagine that, putting that in your house for your cat to enjoy. Urban Bulk Foods, very unique storefront for them as well. All the old-fashioned versions of the appliances. Highland throwbacks. Trying to advertise their Halloween themed stuff, even though Stone Cold Steve Austin jacket. I assume that's for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Chucky, a witch. And then you've got Jason and other decorations in this storefront, the Burger King. Here's what I was talking about, Fierce Confections. Selling chocolate, brownies, coffee, and tea. Next to Fierce Confection is Elmwood Home Bakery. So if you're into baked goods in Lakewood, these are the two places you can stop by and pick and choose what would be of interest to you. There's Charlie's Creations and More. Creative how it's like a light post with flower pots stacked upside down. Young Filmmakers Academy. I guess these are the props they can use for their films, like a spaceship. I don't know, is Mally's? I think Mally's Ice Cream Parlor and Candies is still operational, right? Yeah. To say the sign just wasn't lit up. Mally's Chocolates. It looks like they have more Halloween, or a lot of Halloween stuff inside, not so much in their window display, but if you wanted to go check out their candy, that would be good for the holiday season. This is a travel place of some kind, World Tours and Travel. The Red Rose Cafe. Now this is the intersection of Madison and Warren. Happen to time it up nicely here. There's a Sherwin-Williams store at the corner. And the donut pantry on the left here. As well as a BP gas station with a 7-Eleven. Fire station and headquarters. Fire station number 1, I think, and headquarters for Lakewood. Lakewood Animal Hospital. And then Madison Auto Service here on the left. But when I was back by the old Faith Lutheran earlier, I briefly misspoke and said Gethsemane. Because the churches are in kind of close proximity to each other. This is that particular church at the corner of St. Charles and Madison. At Bell in Madison, there's a Citizens Bank, and then across the street, which we're passing by, there's an optical place, a barber, and an Atkins printing shop. Sarita, a restaurant on the right. Trying to weigh my options. I guess I'll cross over here. Get back to the south side of Madison. Well, I feel a couple of sprinkles. Cottages Flowers. I don't know if it picks up on the video, but they have a Halloween theme. More like a Halloween Thanksgiving theme. Well, look at that. I think it's safe to say that they are still supporting Chief Wahoo for the team formerly known as the Cleveland Indians. And then here is Spin Cycle. Again, this is where I rode to the other day just to pick up some rim strip. We're crossing Marlowe. To the right of us is St. Clemens Catholic Church. Crossing Lincoln and Madison. You may have noticed how the walk sign was blinking red like it was about to change, and then all of a sudden it's just went back to the walk sign. A lot of street lights are programmed to do that if the sensors don't pick up anyone either at the crosswalk or cars on the street. Yeah, but here's a new little carved out area that I noticed the other day. Harlow's. And it looks like they have like a wood fire oven back there. I wonder if they serve pizza. And look at these, some classic I want to say radios or stereo systems. Digital time delay systems. Oh, look, Wags and Whiskers. We've got a little kitty in the window. Aw. And look at this one, sleeping and nestled away. They don't care about me. They must see plenty of visitors. They're like, I don't care. Move on. There's El Tango. I wonder if there's certain days of the week that these places aren't open, because I swear El Tango was active when I rode by it on Sunday. This place here seemed new to me. It's like a big beer distillery. Western Reserve Distillers. When my mom takes a look at this video too, I want to make sure she sees it, because she used to, ride and walk up and down Madison and all these stretches too, and she's gonna be like, what? I don't remember that there either. I'm talking about not too long ago, like I feel like maybe pre-COVID. Here's Tommy's Pastries. Looks like I think they're still in business. That's what I was trying to think. Tabby's nail cabbie. Now here's Primo's Pizzeria. I was trying to think, because based on the signs outside, it makes it look like it's no longer open. And I looked on Google, did a search, and it seemed like they were advertising. Here's another place I don't remember. Chili Kicks shoe store, sneaker shop. But anyway, Primo's, they had an article like they were opening maybe 2 years ago, but I just get the sense that maybe it closed down. West Side Skates Shoes and Clothing. So it was another shoe and clothing store. See, they're selling Vans and Nike. Fisher Auto Parts. I always have an appreciation when you see these like small locations and are still in business, because like right here, full service computer repair. We sell laptops and desktops. I feel like I should go in here once and just be curious. Now I assume that's like an all-in-one computer, AMD, 1.8 gigahertz, $250. Like, my assumption is a lot of these places are probably overpriced. Like, look at that monitor right there. Sale, $100 for that monitor. There's no way I would pay that amount for that type of monitor. I feel like you could go to the store and get one much, much cheaper. There's Lakewood Stadium, home of the Rangers. They are doing a football practice right now. And people running the track as well. Greek Village Grill. I should tell one of my colleagues about that and say, hey, have you ever been to Greek Village Grill? Now we're coming up on Bunce in Madison with McGinty's Pub. Even though, it's a Wednesday weekday, so you're not going to see your normal amount of people dining at these places in the evening that you would on a Friday or the weekend. But I thought maybe because of the weather, more people would be out. Here's Addicted Lakewood Coffee and Ice Cream. Another one of those places, to me, seems brand new. When I say brand new, it's again brand new in my mind. Same with Dang Good Foods. Taste of Singapore, and more. Ruby's Beauty Bar. But yeah, again, when I say brand new, that is brand new in my mind. These places could very well have been around a couple years by now. There's ABC lettering. Some cute little decorations in the storefront. Peanuts with the pumpkin. Again, more of a Thanksgiving vibe. This one, the skulls, gives you the Halloween perspective. And here's the infamous Angel's Pizza. No, Angel's is one place where I think no matter what the day is, you're going to get a good crowd there. I know they've always had this outdoor dining spot right here too, but I don't remember them having the enclosure part, which is a very nice touch for expanding capacity when the weather gets colder, but also maintaining that outdoor vibe. Angelo's, for those who don't know, is often touted as the top pizza place in the, I'm saying Cleveland area, but like Cleveland extends to some of the suburbs, so I've eaten there once and it was good. What is this? Uncover Vintage. So they seem to be selling some vintage merchandise. Cuyahoga Safe and Lock. Even though we're getting a little, well, the sun's kind of long been covered over, but we're getting, you know, the sky turning darker right now. I think the clarity in the video should still be good based on the viewfinder I'm looking at. So hopefully we can continue making our way down Madison and checking out all these places. There's a sushi place. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but Heiko, I don't know. And then Lakewood Village Tavern. They've got horror trivia night on Tuesday, October 25th. Mark another place that's new to me, Euro Gyro Pub and Pizza. It says open on the sign, but there aren't any customers inside, so I don't know if they actually are open. I do see one worker in there. Another place, like, this is called Toast, T-O-S-T, a sandwich cafe. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop saying, oh, this place is new, because I'm saying that about half the places, but I'm trying to convey how, if it's been a while since you've been down here, there's been a lot of changes on Madison. I'm not sure what this is. Lakewood, a Vibe Lakewood? I believe that's it's like maybe a breakfast place. They're closed right now, but I see like dining seats inside. Thai, Bangkok street food. This is a grocery store, Gorkali Grocery, Asian Bazaar. Iggy's Bar and Restaurant, 3 pool tables and a big screen TV to enjoy your sporting events. paused the video briefly there because I didn't want the music being picked up. Across the street on the north side of Madison and Lewis is Hippie House, smoke, vape, and gift shop. Now we're kind of getting to a part where for about 2 blocks you kind of have restaurants on both sides of the street, I think, or storefronts at least. So I purposely have been walking down this side because I knew there was more activity during all that stretch I've been walking down. Salvage Boutique. But across the street there's Rising Star Coffee Roasters and looks like a bar called Eugene. And then to my right, Cleveland Curiosities, Antiques, and Oddities. That looks like a fun store, right? Oh, there's a Ouija board. And Monday and Tuesday they're closed, open Wednesday through Saturday 12 to 6. And with these creepy clowns. I don't even know what that is in the sky. Something pink with like a red mask on it. There's a pie, Killer Clown's pie. And then Manja, a little bar. They're not open right now, but they got 2 foosball things. It says open 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And then across the street there, it looks like it's busy in that place, called Woodstock. Here's Lovebird Tattoos. Another Salon. Superscript Comic and Games. Looks like they have a lot of unique board games. See the Ticket to Ride San Francisco. There's comic books in there. I assume maybe some video games. So that would be pretty fun. They're open until 9 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Sundays open 12 to 6 and closed on Mondays. And then if you didn't turn around you would miss it. There's a really nice mural. I love the way everything is contrasted in here with the people running, how it kind of like maintains the brick but goes down at a curve. Everyone in a park setting. People playing the games, chess at the table. And the artist at Unibrow Society, Sarah Bicknell and Kathleen Marcotte. Yeah, I made sure when I was riding my bike the other day, I saw this mural and I was like, wow, that looks pretty damn good. I was telling myself, let me make sure to turn around when I see the vacant space. And that's another thing, I'll have to go on Google Maps and check because this space is gone, whatever used to be here. So I'm gonna have to figure that out too. Presumably they're gonna develop it into something. This is a photography place. Yeah, right now it's probably too dark in this specific spot to show that, so I'm just going to keep walking. But there's a Lakewood Art Supply store here. I'll probably try to back up a little bit because that gives some better lighting. It's too bad this probably won't show up, but they have like a skeleton / mummy who's painting. You got a little paintbrush in their hand. with the easel. I don't know, what are they painting? They're painting a skeleton. Funny. Now here's Frosty's Cake and Ice Cream. A bunch of candy bags in the window for their display. Blush Beauty Bar. Salty Not Sweet. Home goods, gifts, and whatever. That's what the sign says. They've got like a little Ouija sign there. Oh, there's the Ouija board again. Yeah, probably too dark again for this display, but there's tarot cards in the window. And then Revival. Looks like another beauty body care salon place. Here's Taco Tontos. I swear I want to try this place once. When this place first opened, I think, I saw it featured, even though I don't watch like Tony Rizzo's show that he used to have, he featured this like when it first opened, and he visited it, did it in a brief segment, and everything looked so good, and looks like it's nice and busy inside right now. Now we're at Clarence in Madison. I don't think whatever church this is open anymore. The sign here says Turkish American Society of Ohio. So now right here is Lakewood Library, the Madison branch. Across the street is Mayhall's 20 lanes of bowling. And then on the right here is Madison Park in Lakewood. I did a live stream video because it is, like I said, getting darker now. So if it happens to be too dark, just for your notes, and I'll try to link it in the comment section, I did a live stream video, I think it was earlier this year, where I started it right there where those Birdtown bike rack signs are, because this is kind of the start of the Birdtown community in Lakewood along Madison. But yeah, I did a live stream starting there and walking eastward until I reached kind of close to the 117th area. That shadow you see across the street, maybe if I get in the light it'll be better, but that is Grace Lutheran Church. And now we're at the point where I can tell on my viewfinder the sky is coming in still pretty light, but everything else is a bit harder to see. I'm still glad we captured a good amount when we had the daylight that we did. Across the street there is Applejack's Toys. They always have a really fun storefront. I don't know if you can make it out, but there's like a Lego man in the window. And there's usually some Star Wars items and a bunch of other unique stuff. Like if you're searching for a toy for a kid and are wanting to differentiate from what you might see at just a general like Target store, then that's a type of place you can go in and find something special. Baracco Arepe Bar is on the north side over there. I may have already missed the street, but this is Dowd in Madison, and that's one of the things in Birdtown. You'll notice that the street names on the south side of the street are named after birds, not the left side, because the left side, for example, says Almeida, but like on the right side you had Dowd. I think this next street may be called Quail. Yes, this is Quail right here. Here's a similar like witch themed place, October in Lakewood. See the fun pillows like with the cats. Again, I know it's very dark right now, but open and spooky. That's a cool Halloween flag, like kind of in the shape of the American flag. Oh, that Grim Reaper artwork, and then look at that huge snake. I assume that's part of the same place, just like an extended room. Yeah, too dark to show this right now probably, but this is a antique store. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to catch it, but very unique antiques located here. I believe this is where the old grocery store used to be. I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but they are redoing this building and having like a studio in it. But yeah, this used to be a grocery store here. Maybe a Buy Right? Is that what it was? See, this street name is called Robin, staying with the theme of Birdtown. coffee pot restaurant is closed right now. Here's plumbing services. Good to see the plumbers getting in the fun with the skeletons and all the pipes and tools that they're holding. There's Griffin's Cider House, Gin, and Bar. And I believe there's another bar here, LBM. So the street on the right is called Lark, another bird. Family Dollar parking lot looks pretty busy. I can't imagine all those people are in Family Dollar. I bet that is like people parking nearby. They have been working on, I think, restoring this Bird Town signage. I think they've made some progress since the last time I was here. They still have to put up some artifacts over there. Now when you get to McGee, there's no more places. It's like some type of industrial stuff on the right. But there's several bars and stores on the left, meaning the north side. I'll see if I can get a break in the traffic to cross. This restaurant on the left called the Winchester. I always assume they have musical performances there. And I've seen various iterations of the place next to Liliana Bridal House. Right now it's called Hola Tacos. I love the vibe they have now with the outdoor dining and the music they always have playing. That's another place I'd like to try eating once. I think the first place that I remember was an ice cream place. Then it became some type of gorilla food. Well, when I say gorilla food, there was like a gorilla statue, and it was the store name was branded as, the restaurant name was branded as Gorilla something. But the taco place seems to be the one that's sticking now. There's Neighborhood Family Practice. For the Lakewood location of that. Good, how about you? Here's Madison Avenue Soft Cloth Car Wash. when this place is open during the day, they get a lot of customers, because you always have to be cautious when you're riding by that a car is not exiting. We're almost there to 117th, and that's where we're going to basically conclude, in that area up there. And because it's so dark, 117th is right up there, and I'm going to make a pit stop at Aldi, so I guess I'm going to probably conclude the video right about here. I'll get into the light here because you can probably actually see me. There we go. Look at that. You can actually, truly, this light is like the brightest one I've seen. If you enjoyed this tour down Madison Avenue, feel free to hit the like button. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of the Halloween flavor of it too. Feel free to hit the subscribe button too if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below if you remember Madison and what's changed and what you like and what you don't like, etc. And we will see you next time. And like I said, there is the Aldi that I was referring to.